Hi, Melissa. All righty. So I really want to start on time, so I'm going to go ahead and get going. I'm recording here, and I'm also recording on Facebook. Hi, Melissa. So if you want to join on Zoom, the link is live there. Oh, I didn't go live yet. There we go. So we're starting in a couple of seconds. All right. Hi. I'm so excited for day one of the Actors Arsenal move from Fear to Fuck It 14-day mini course. And really, I put this course together because I spent a lot of time as an actor myself, struggling with fear, with doubt, with feeling stuck. And it took me a long time to figure things out, and I don't want anybody else to have to go through that unnecessarily. So that's why I'm here. That's what we're doing. I want to thank also all of you who responded to the surveys. Part of, I think, what helps us move through this industry with a lot of grace is being able to bring our authentic selves to the industry, and the fact that you guys answered your surveys with so much vulnerability, it really is touching to me. So I'm very grateful for that. Thank you for starting that and not being afraid to be authentic, and not being afraid to be yourself. So I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping today, just because it's the first day to kind of set up what we're going to be dealing with over the next 14 days. But basically what will happen is I will always address questions that come up either in the comments. If you're joining on Zoom, if you look at the bottom, there is a little chat icon. So you can always comment in the chat. You can ask questions there. You can ask for any sort of resources that I've told you about. On Facebook, you can always put that in the comment section. Okay. So if you have questions, make sure that you put them in either in one of those two places, and I'll always make sure that I address them. Hi, Jose. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I'm going to really try to stick to 10 minutes. At the longest, the class will be 15. But I want to honor that you guys are coming here on time. I'm going to be on time for you. And so I want it to just be a nice, quick way to start your day and hopefully set you on the path to get thinking about your goals and your career in a new way. So what we're going to start with always is kind of a theme, and then I'm going to give you a small assignment that's due for the next day. So I know a lot of you have signed up for the course who weren't able to join right at 10 a.m. So to work around that, what I'm offering is each day the class is going to be available as a replay on Facebook through midnight PST of that day. So the class for today, I will have it on Facebook, available on the Badass Writers, Actors, and Dreamers page. That will be available through midnight every night. So even if you can't be here right at 10, it's 10 minutes. Hopefully you can grab 10 minutes during the day and catch up. Okay, so let's dive in. What I want to talk about today is what I'm calling the elephant in the room, okay? So I don't know if this has been your experience, but my experience is that when I first came to Los Angeles, I walked around into spaces where actors were, and they spent a lot of time acting like the things that were happening weren't happening. And what I mean by that is, for example, when I first got to LA, there were a lot of casting director workshops. So everybody goes to a casting director workshop because they need something from that casting director. They're either trying to improve their on-camera technique, they want to get seen for that show, they want to meet that casting director so that casting director gets to know them. That was absolutely my case. I just moved to Los Angeles from drama school, and I needed my first job. I wanted to get into the union. So I very carefully targeted procedural shows that need a lot of people every week. So I was making sure that I got in front of those people. And the format of those classes usually went that there was a Q&A at the beginning, okay? And actors would do things like raise their hand and say, Yes, my name is Hillary Ward. I'm a recent graduate of UCSD's MFA program, and I just showcased and was signed by such and such agency. And I'm just wondering, how did you get into casting? So what they did was they managed to rattle off a few pieces of their resume and then ask a question that they're actually not interested in the answer for. And it made the casting director uncomfortable. It made everybody in the class uncomfortable because the intention wasn't pure, and you can always see through that. All right. The same thing happened with another good friend of mine who's a coach now, who was in casting for a long time, and actors would reach out to her on Facebook and they would say things like, "Hey, Melissa, it's really, I saw that you were casting this thing. That's amazing. You know what? We should really grab a coffee. We should just, I just want to catch up. I just want to see how you're doing." Instead of asking the question like, "Melissa, you're doing this really cool project that I would love to be seen for. How do I get seen by your office? Can I submit a self-tape?" There is something about that intention. When you start with a false intention, then it makes everybody uncomfortable and it puts everybody on the defense. So I want to urge us to tell the truth, okay? I feel like if an actor had come to a casting director workshop and said something like, "Hey, I'm feeling really stuck. I have really good training. I've done a lot of theater. I'm wondering if you have any idea about how to transition into TV. I really need my first credit. What would you do if you were me?" That's the real question. That's what you actually want to know. And by coming to it with that integrity, it already puts everybody at ease. And I don't know about you, but when somebody comes to me and they ask me for help and they're asking in a genuine way, I don't usually blow them off. I usually, if I can help and it doesn't cost me too much time or money or effort, then I help. I'll spend 15 minutes and I'll talk to an actor about the best way to approach this meeting that they're going to have, because why wouldn't I? But it's because I was asked the real question. So I want everybody to enter these next 2 weeks in the spirit of telling the truth, of acknowledging what is happening is actually happening. And if you're coming to someone with a request, with a need, with a feeling of being stuck that you want to see change, have the courage to actually say what you want. Does that make sense to everybody? Just give me a thumbs up or a nod or a yes, thank you. Okay, so your assignment for your first day of class to bring back for tomorrow is clearly state what you would like to see change in your career over the next 6 months, okay? So it could look something like, I want to sign with reps who are genuinely excited about me. Not just that can get me in the room, but who are like willing to be with me for the long haul. They get me, they get what I want to do, they can support my career. That's my goal in the next 6 months. It could look like something like, I want to book my first guest star. I've done co-stars. I want to now transition into guest star. Or for some of you, it's going to look like, I want to get into the union. I want to become a member of SAG-AFTRA. Whatever it is, make sure that it is something that is measurable and that is tangible and that is specific, okay? And I want you to bring that back tomorrow, because we're going to address the next step of that goal setting in the class tomorrow. All right. Oh, we just had one more person come in. Hi, Melanie. We're just about to wrap up. You'll be able to watch the class on a replay. Before I leave you with your assignment, does anybody have questions for me? If you have questions, if you're on Facebook, you can type them in the comments. If you are on Zoom, you can put them in the chat. So I will give you a second. Hi, Kevin. Gone. Okay. Great, guys. So make sure that you do your assignment. Again, it's clearly state what you want to see change in your career in the next 6 months. Remember, people can't help you if they don't know what you need. So make sure that you're very specific about what you would like to see change. We will meet back here and we will talk about it some more tomorrow, okay? Thank you all for joining me again, and thank you for your comments and your responses to the surveys. If you still need to do that, that came in the email that you got once you registered for the class. And I'll also put it in the comments here so you can go directly to it, all right? Thanks so much, everybody. It's Hillary Ward here again from The Dream Unlocked, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.